The Cheating Death Podcast is a satirical podcast containing true and objective information about anything and everything under the sun. We are not political, we are not religious, we are merely a bit analytical. This podcast is indeed not for the weak at heart and not for those in whom are not ready to face themselves. This is the Cheating Death Podcast. On today's episode of the Cheating Death Podcast, we discuss how and why pain can be beautiful, ideologies and differences between individuals and entities that could make pain into a tapestry of creation and a roadmap to your dreams. We also provide you with an all-new Annihilation Announcement, an all-new top 5 list of citrus refreshing beverages, new joke of the episode, and a new business spotlight. So by now, dear listener, you know what to do. Grab your parasol, grab your beach chair, and a nice coffee. Put your feet up and let us tell you how you can cheat death. This is your news anchor, the Cleric of Chaos, and this is your Annihilation Announcement. Pain is subjective. The ultimate understanding and the idea that each of us go through a certain level of calamity in our lives is not lost nor misunderstood to many. We have to identify and understand specifically what it is that brings us to the game. We know from a certain age that there will be unavoidable pain in life. How much we choose to try to avoid, though, ultimately makes the decision as to whether or not we are going to be capable of finding ourselves through it. For you see, avoidance is not a solution. It is a delay. Inevitably, you will be required and you will be forced to go through situations that you have not seen, heard, or dealt with at any point in your existence. These times, these issues, these situations, they will be forced upon you and your mind and your heart and your soul, and you will not have an opportunity to really do much to mitigate it other than to go through. It is imperative during these times that you, dear listener, you as a Leviathan, you as a human being in whom has fought to get to where you are, that you see the hope within you, that you identify and that you understand exactly what it is that needs to be done in order to escape the calamity that you are facing and to utilize that pain constructively and to move forward in a way to where few would be able to do the same. We always ask ourselves what more we can do whenever we are facing suffrage or whenever we are facing calamity of a certain type. The reality behind the situation is rather simple. We, as human beings, are people with flaws, people with many, many areas of opportunity. We are all going to suffer at some point in our lives, regardless of how much money, how many resources, or how many friends you have. Every time that door closes and you are alone, there is an opportunity for your brain to provide you a nightmare horror show that no human being should ever experience. So when it comes to your capability, your capacity, your desire, your drive to deal with pain, use it as a tool. Do not fear it. Prepare for it. And then, and only then, when you reach the point to where you find yourself at a level, it will not be lost on you. It will not be lost on your mind, and it will not be lost on the effort that you made to get yourself to finally being able to use pain as a tool. Do not fret, dear listener. You are not alone. This is your news anchor, the Cleric of Chaos, and this has been your Annihilation Announcement. Willkommen, meine Freunde. Guten Morgen, guten Tag und eine gute Nacht. Ist deine Reisende und deine Ausländer, deine Allesfresser, deine Cleric of Chaos. Today, on our lovely program, we go into detail as to how and why pain can be beautiful, the benefits that it provides, the lessons it teaches, and how it illustrates to us exactly just how capable we are of overcoming our greatest fears, our worst life events, and the time that we spend beating ourselves up over inconsequential things. We start, of course, with physical pain. Stubbing your toe, accidentally knocking your elbow off of a door frame, maybe bonking your head off of the top of a door frame, or spilling a hot coffee on your leg, maybe getting into a car accident, maybe falling off of a sidewalk when you are trying to do the balancing act of walking on the curb. These are all differing levels of pain on a physical basis. Some of them will hurt more than others, but other people and how they deal with it will also identify specifically exactly how they're able to deal with said pain as well. There are pain levels and pain thresholds. We, as human beings, look at things from these perspectives, from these levels. There is no understanding greater than that of the person that looks in the mirror themselves. Physical pain can be treated in different ways, whether it be through first aid, whether it be through immediate or emergency surgery, or if it's rehabilitation or physiotherapy. But each of the above examples that we just mentioned, be advised that each individual on whom deals with each of those particular painful situations may approach it from a slightly different perspective. For example, if you find yourself with a broken bone, there is clearly going to be quite a bit of shock involved with both the action and then the aftermath. We look at that as a physiological reaction to the pain, our body doing what it is supposed to do and keeping us protected from the sheer shock of a altering movement of that nature for some time. And then once the adrenaline wears off and we start to feel the pain, that is the other part of our body doing its job and letting us know, hey, you can feel stuff. This isn't normal. You need to get it fixed. So when you put it into that context and when you understand from that perspective, your body sees pain differently than we do, differently than how all of us look at things from that particular perspective. The body sees pain as something to fix, something it can get through, something that it does not have the ability to distinguish between right and wrong, left and right, up and down. It's just another obstacle it has to defeat. It is another event it must overcome. There are no positives, negatives, or in-betweens. It's literally just objective. Okay, this part of the body hurts. What can we do to fix it? So then all of your adorable little blood cells and all of your adorable little musculoskeletal and nervous signals are all basically working together to try to configure exactly what to do to heal you. And then, of course, you have numerous opportunities on the road to recovery to configure different ways and different ideas on how to compartmentalize the pain, how to identify the pain, how to look at the pain. And in these situations, it is positive as we look at different ways in which to approach it and different methodologies in which to handle it. There are tons of different opportunities for us to actually see that we are capable of getting through it if we just take a little bit of time and be kind to ourselves. If we just take a little bit and understand that we have the tools inside of our own brains to identify exactly what needs to be done in order to get through a painful situation of the physiological variety, there is a lot that can be done. Now, of course, this is not a one-size-fits-all umbrella situation. You're not going to go tell somebody with stage 4 liver cancer that they have a bright side to look at, that they just need to channel the pain appropriately and they'll be just fine. No, of course not. And quite frankly, if that person doesn't hit you with their IV pole until you're unconscious, I don't know what's going on with life, because they absolutely should. We take into consideration the differences in the distinguishment between physiological and emotional pain, emotional / psychological / mental. It all kind of sort of fits under the same umbrella. But how is it specifically that we are able to utilize and channel emotional and psychiatric and psychological pain into a positive? There are several ways. Let's say you go through the death of a family. Let's say you experience heartbreak from a relationship ending, or a relationship going through tough times, or you just lost your job, or you've been applying for jobs for like 2-3 years in this economy and you just keep getting rejection after rejection after rejection after rejection, and it starts to weigh on you. It starts to weigh on your emotions. Every single person, when they leave the house, they have that face that they put on, unless you're a very rare person and you just don't care and you just are who you are. It takes a very, very significant amount of energy for you or for anyone to be able to function and to be able to operate in situations to where you are not meant to win. Society and the economy has basically taught everyone at this stage of life that if you aren't earning $250K to $500,000 a year to start, you're pretty much screwed. So what does that mean? Everyone who was born after 1984 has now been in a constant fight since they've hit adulthood to not only compete for work, compete for jobs, but compete for purposefully removing of resources, competing for apartments that are way too expensive, houses that are way too expensive, cars that are way too expensive, children they'll never be able to have, food they'll never be able to afford, vacations they'll never be able to take. A lot of people are starting to understand that the pain that they are experiencing is not something that they're experiencing alone. And all the while, pain may not necessarily be a great thing for anyone to experience overall. After all, it's pain. There is a great bit of pride and a great bit of relief in the fact that humanity is working towards trying to go back to healing in groups, because governments, organizations, and society as a whole has been working towards the separation of humankind and the division of people, both family and society as a whole, for the better part of the last couple of 100 years. When was the last time you sat down with your entire family and had dinner? Or do you all just hang out on your phones, your laptops, your TV, and you just kind of eat separately without talking? Now, this might be a different kind of pain, but this is a societal pain. This is a quote-unquote growing pain. Because as far as we move ahead technologically, we are so behind socially that when it is studied in years and years and years by historians, they're ultimately going to wonder how it is that all of us got through the pain that we experienced. But the only thing that really matters is that you do the best with the time that you have. You channel the pain as best as you possibly can, and you just fight with every single possible thing that you have. And you remember, no matter what, no matter who's in your life, no matter who tells you you cannot do something, if you believe in yourself enough, it might take a while. It might take a long while. But the universe will reward you. And you must reward yourself. So if you are going through any kind of pain today, whether it be psychiatric, physiological, emotional, mental, take some time to be kind to yourself. Grab yourself a treat. Grab yourself a snack. Do something nice for yourself. Because at the end of the day, from beginning to end, our soul, our body, is the only one that we can be consistently relying upon. Thank you for tuning in today. Take care of yourselves and each other. At the top of today's episode, we promised you a list of our top 5 favorite citrus refreshing beverages, given that it is summer and we all need a little bit of vitamin C. Without further ado, here we go. Coming in at number 5, we of course have the most beautiful citrus drink in all of the land. We of course are referring to orange juice, because orange juice is absolutely tremendous, delicious, and has a lot of vitamins in it. Highly recommended for your beautiful day. Coming in at number 4, we have the Cool Lime Refresher from Starbucks. Coming in at number 3, we have the Tequila Sunshine from Gabby's at King Street West. Coming in at number 2, we have one of the most delicious citrus beverages that one could ever hope to acquire. And that is, of course, the Blood Orange Slurpee from 7-Eleven. And coming in at number 1, the most lovely citrus beverage this side of the summer sun. We are, of course, talking about your lovely strawberry blueberry lemonade. What is your top 5 favorite citrus lemonade drinks? Feel free to email us at thecheatingdeathpodcast@gmail.com. Today's joke has been brought to you by the Cleric of Chaos. An electrician decided to make a career-altering life change and become a comedian. Well, it turns out that this was an interesting series of events. This week's episode of the Business Spotlight is brought to you by CRDVC. Yes, are you looking to start a new entrepreneurial venture? Are you a corporation seeking someone to assist you with employee retention or how to acquire more ROI? Rather simple. Contact us at linktr.ee/clericchaos and fill out the forms and you can get yourself started. Today's Business Spotlight is, of course, going to include a few absolutely phenomenal and outstanding businesses that you may or may not have heard before. Our first one is based out of Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, and is, of course, Oopsies Chocolate. Visit them on Instagram at oopsies_chocolate and inquire about their large variety of delicious chocolates. Oopsies Chocolate is a Canadian business in whom serves each and every person and whom is able to order from the Instagram and from the website directly itself, starting at just $7. It is to be noted that this chocolate is not only decadent and delicious, but also provides protein and sustenance on days when you just need a little bit more energy, starting at just $7 and all the way up to a giant variety pack including every bar for just a little over $70. Find yourself a sweet treat and give yourself an opportunity to support a small business. Coming in at number 2, we once again have the local legend, the Leviathan. We are, of course, talking about W Burger Bar at 10 College Street in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, open from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Sunday. Happy hour from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. where you can get food for just as low as $5 a meal. Beer always $2.25 for PBR on tap, and great fish bowl and cocktail specials starting at just $6.99. You're going to want to stop there for their $9.99 lunch special. And of course, who could forget their ever so lovely dinner special where you can get yourself a nice smash burger, some fries, and a couple of Hostess cupcakes, all for just $17.99. By all means, looking for a lovely place to stop for lunch when you are on a break from your work in the Bay Corridor is a mere 400 meters away. By all means, give it a walk and see what you can do. All the way with the raspberry riptide and the pink pearlfish bowls, give yourself a new drink to try for the summer upon us. And of course, coming in at number 3, we have Steve's Fries out front of Nathan Phillips Square in Toronto, Ontario. Yes, look for the big blue truck with deals starting as low as $2.50 for a single delicious golden brown container of some of the finest fries you've ever had in your entire life, all the way to hot dog and fry combos for just $4, sausage and fry combos for just $5, poutine and hot dog combos for $6, and much, much more. Visit them on down when you are heading here for the FIFA games, or when you are looking for a new snack to try when you are on your commute. And our final business today, ladies and gentlemen, is an absolutely outstanding business, a great bar, a beautiful venue, one of the most eclectic and most unique environments ever in the downtown Toronto core. We are, of course, talking about Sneaky D's, located at 438 College Street in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. Sneaky D's is open every day from 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. and hosts some of the most fun musical acts this side of North America. Try out their daily Happy Day specials where you can get drinks for as low as $4 a pop, delicious meals for as low as $5, and numerous other opportunities for you to partake in one of the most important cultural areas of Toronto, Ontario. Since 1987, Sneaky D's has been providing the top-tier, focused, and inter-community entertainment and top-tier food options. If you would like your business featured on the Business Spotlight, dear listeners, email us at thecheatingdeathpodcast@gmail.com. Pain is often associated and affiliated with negativity, with broken dreams, broken bones, broken minds, and destroyed lives. We as a society have come to view the word pain as something to avoid, as something to identify nothing but negativity and evil with. Suffering, calamity, all similar words can be identified from the root source of pain. How is it that we have reached a point in society to where so many people are suffering on a regular basis? The answer dwells within the history and within the confines of the matters that come before our generation, the ideas and times of what we had put before and noted and confirmed and wrote and scribed through the eons about the different types of pain that a human being and entity can experience is nothing more than an understanding that there are numerous things within this life that can bring one pain. There are numerous elements of suffering and numerous calamities that take place all across the world through catastrophic and destructive means. But that, dear listener, does not mean that you cannot take pain and utilize it professionally and positively. Identify specifically within the area of opportunity in which you are struggling with. There will be no opportunity for you to find a better answer than by looking inside and seeing exactly what it is that you need. Pain can be beautiful. Thank you for tuning in today. Take care of yourselves and each other. The Cheating Death Podcast is brought to you by Nacht and Leben, CRDVC, Cleric of Chaos, and where you can find all podcasts on all platforms. If you'd like to support the program, you may do so with the links in the episode's description to our Injury Support Fund, the first and last fund, more appropriately. The Buy Me a Coffee link, you can purchase merch or Cameo, and you can book yourself a meeting if you are looking at getting yourself a business started. By all means, linktr.ee/clericchaos and the links in the episode's description. If you or anyone you know is experiencing psychiatric duress, gambling addiction, substance abuse, domestic violence, or much, much more, please visit the episode's links and the telephone numbers within the podcast's description. They are available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you or anyone you know is looking at adopting a playful puppy or a cute kitten, please visit your local animal adoption rescue center within your municipality, township, or within your state or province. There are a lot of lovely puppies and kittens who are looking to be adopted right now, and with summer happening, what better way to cool down than with a cool cat or a delightful dog? By all means, dear listeners, find yourself an opportunity to create a new memory with a new lovely friend. And, dear listeners, of course, you know that life is not easy. By listening to this podcast, you understand that you are a Leviathan of legend, a pure understander of someone in whom is able to be capable of putting forth the effort to fight, to win. And remember, we are pulling for you. We are all in this together.